The random jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire, who haunt Foulridge Tunnel, is one that sends shivers down the spines of locals and visitors alike. Legend has it that the ghosts are the spirits of workers who died during the construction of the tunnel in the early 19th century. They were said to have been buried within the tunnel itself, their restless spirits unable to find peace. Over the years, countless sightings of these ghosts have been reported, with some people even claiming to have heard their moans and groans echoing through the tunnel's dark and eerie chambers. But despite the warnings of the locals, one group of friends decided to explore the tunnel for themselves. They had heard the stories of the ghosts and were eager to see if there was any truth to them. So, one evening, armed with flashlights and a sense of adventure, they set out into the tunnel. As they made their way deeper into the tunnel, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The air grew thick and heavy, and the sound of dripping water echoed around them. Suddenly, they heard a sound that made their blood run cold, the unmistakable sound of a child crying. At first, they tried to ignore it, assuming that it was just their imagination. But as they pressed on, the crying grew louder and more insistent. They began to feel a sense of dread wash over them, and they knew that they had to get out of the tunnel as quickly as possible. But as they turned to leave, they found that their path was blocked by a group of shadowy figures. They were the ghosts of the workers who had died within the tunnel, and they had come to claim their latest victims. The friends were frozen with fear, unable to move or even scream. They watched in horror as the ghosts closed in around them, their cold and clammy hands reaching out to claim them. And then, just as suddenly as they had appeared, the ghosts vanished, leaving the friends alone in the darkness. Shaken and traumatized, the friends stumbled out of the tunnel and into the cool night air. They knew that they had been lucky to escape with their lives, and they vowed never to return to Foulridge Tunnel again. For they knew that the ghosts of the tunnel were real, and that they would always be waiting for their next victims. By Donald J.